Hi, people of Yosi Kingdom. If you're serious about truly succeeding in life, then you've got to be intentional about re examining your mindset, your values, your principles, and your ethics. You see, there's a saying that goes, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. And that's because many people actually desire to be successful, but they do not get into actualizing this because of their faulty mindsets, values, and principles. You see, you could wriggle yourself to the top, but it's only a matter of time before you fizzle out. And that's why you see people that would just rise to the top all of a sudden and then fizzle out in no time. But if you want things to be different for you, then you've got to do things differently. Just last week, we talked about the fact that being good is useless without the God factor. Because without the God factor, there is really no matrix that is qualified to determine what is good and what is not good. Everything goes in that factor. And that is why you see that people will do anything just to succeed in life. But if you want that long lasting success that is clean, then you've got to be intentional about setting your principles and following them to the T. Yes, this takes discipline. You see, the other side, the crooked side, they are very intelligent, hardworking, and meticulous because they pay attention to all of the details because they know that if they do not pay attention to the details, they will soon be caught. How much more you that wants to do things the clean way, the right way, the godly way? So you've got to be intentional about your mindset, your values, your principles, and your ethics. It's important that you pay attention to everything that we're going to be discussing today because every single point matters. And the last point is the game changer because it sets you apart from the other side. It sets you apart and makes you different. Yes, so you've got to stay to the very end to get that game changer. Now let's get started. The first thing that you need to work on is your mindset because it is the foundation of everything that you're going to build on. If you have a faulty mindset, you are not going to succeed in life. So your mindset needs to be that I can do it mindset. Whatever you put your heart towards, you can do it. Stop giving excuses for why things cannot work because those stumbling blocks, you need to find a solution to them. And when you find the solution to them, that sets your business apart. Always look for the opportunity in things. Always look for the solutions. Don't be the one to always say it just can't work or it's not possible. Find the solution to it, and that sets you apart. And always follow your passion. You see, this mindset that, because I studied this in school, that's what I'm going to do. There is nothing, there is absolutely no rule that says because you studied this, that is all you have to do. Always look at the things that you're passionate about. Who says because you're a doctor, you cannot run a fashion house? Or who says because you're a lawyer, you cannot do photography? Who says you cannot run 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 different businesses? Or you're asking about time? Now, there are solutions to this. You don't necessarily have to be the one doing everything in those businesses, but you can set it up. You can employ people to handle those things as you begin to grow. You can begin to look at ways that you can do these things without it burning you out. There is always a solution. Just sit down and evaluate what it would take to actually run these things that you want to do. Evaluate everything. Now, as a project manager, I would always say this. There is the goal, there's where you want to be at, and there's the reality of where you are at now. What are the funds that you have? What are the things that you can do right now? A very good example that I like to give is let's say you want to run a car manufacturing company, but you do not have the funds to be able to pull it off. You don't have the funds to be able to get all the parts. You don't have the funds to, hire all of the people that you will need. Now, all the funds you've been able to pull together would be able to successfully run a school type business. Start a school type business. As you begin to make profit, you can add on manufacturing bicycles. And as you move on, you can add on manufacturing tricycles. You can move on to start manufacturing motorcycles. You can move on to start manufacturing cars, and you go on like that. And you can look at different streams of income within these things that you're manufacturing to keep on building your revenue. Now, by the time you build your company to a certain point, you realize that your business is not just only manufacturing cars, but they're manufacturing scooters, bicycles, motorcycles, tricycles, and then cars. You see how you grow your business. Don't always have this mindset that it has to start at 100 first. Start at 10, start at 5, and keep on building. Look at what you can do as at now. Look at what is feasible as at now and begin to build from that point on. And you start seeing that the more you are serious and hardworking and meticulous, and you're looking at the different streams of income that you can add on to what you're doing currently, you begin to make money, you begin to build your business, and with time, your business grows to where it ought to be. Your business grows to your goal, your dream for that company. Now, the second point is your goals. You need to have clear goals that you've set. Yes, it's good to have those, long-term goals where you dream to be at in 5 years and 10 years, your dream goals. But you also need to have those short-term goals. Now, with my short-term goals, I like to divide it into three. I look at all the things that I want to do for my business, and I look at what the basic profit to be. Like if I make the minimal profit that is still going to be, good, what is the minimal profit that would still be success? I will look at that as my first goal. Then I look at the second goal, which is, if people really responded a lot better and I was able to make a lot more profit, and I look at that. Then I look at if people responded massively, what would that look like? And then I put those things there. So I have my minimal goal, I have my medium goal, and I have my big goal. So in that case, I know that I'm going to push my business with the aim of getting that big goal. But the point is, even if I don't get that big goal and I'm able to fall to the medium goal, I am still satisfied. Even if I do not get the medium goal and I'm able to fall to the small goal, the small profit, I am still making profit regardless. So I calculate my return on investment if I have just minimal profit, if I have medium level profit, and if I have the maximum profit that I'm really aiming at. Regardless of it, I'm still making profit. Get the picture? So always set goals. Now, it's important that you do not wait till the end of the year to evaluate how well you've done, because it will often be too late. Then you now discover that in December you did not make enough profit, and then you're not like, oh, this year I did not succeed, blah, 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 blah. All of that. No. As a project manager, we evaluate things on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, and on a monthly basis. So we always have sprints. Now, let me explain what it looks like. Starting every day, we have a stand up for a few minutes where we evaluate what we did the day before, what were we able to achieve the day before, and then we also look at what were the problem areas that needed to be fixed. Was it fixed, or what will it entail for it to be fixed? And then what we're going to be doing that particular day. And then we do this on a repeat every day. Now, at the end of every week, we evaluate what we were able to achieve that week. We also evaluate the problem areas that we faced that week and if they were fixed. Now, for those problem areas that were not fixed, we look at what it will entail to fix them. And then we also look at what we need to achieve the next week. Now, we do this every week as well. And at the end of a month, we also evaluate what we were able to achieve that month, the problem areas that we faced that month, and if they were fixed. Now, for those things that were not fixed, we look at what it will entail to fix them, and then we also look at what we need to achieve the next month. So we keep on doing this. Now, imagine if you're able to do this for your business, evaluating your daily, weekly, and monthly goals. You'll be able to see how you're progressing towards achieving your goals for the year. Now, once you see that you are off track, you are able to quickly work on how to fix that in order for you to get back on track. Also be able to evaluate your plans to see if they are working or not and make adjustments where necessary so that you can actually work towards achieving your goals. And the fact is, outside of business, this also applies to other areas of your life, and we're going to look at that shortly. Now, the third tip is for you to get ready for success. Yes, you want to be successful in life, so you need to be prepared for that success. And what that entails is you, first of all, learning wide. Read wide, watch lots of videos, widen the subject areas that you learn about. Don't just restrict yourself to the things that you find to be fun. Yes, it's important to watch things that would make you relaxed and make you have a lot of fun, but also read about different subject areas. You should have an idea of different topics and different issues, around the world. You should know a little about everything here and there. Now, when it comes to the things that you're passionate about, the things that you want to focus on as your skills, you need to master them. So you need to go in depth and learn what it takes to actually outshine your competition in that field. Look at the masters in this field. Begin to watch their videos. Begin to learn from them. Begin to, practice on and on so that you begin to create your own unique style. Begin to make sure that you own your business to the point where you are excellent at it. Now, getting ready for success doesn't just stop at you learning wide. You also need to watch your health, because it's someone that is healthy that would be wealthy. If you're not healthy, all of your money, all of your resources will go down the drain in fixing your health. Make sure that you eat right. Make sure that you rest well enough. Don't now walk to the point where you just burn yourself out. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I know that I can be guilty about this. And this also goes for those who are just starting their business. You need to put in those extra hours, I understand, but do not work to the point where you burn yourself out. Make out time to rest. Yes. Schedule those times for rest, schedule that time for sleep, and also look at working at intervals. Now, the fourth point is for you to have good principles and ethics. And let's start with spirit of excellence. Make sure that in everything that you do, you have that excellent touch to it. Don't just say, well, I just did my best, but it's still a shabby job. No, that's why we said that you need to be prepared for success. You need to get ready for success by learning wide and honing your skills. When you own your skills, you're able to learn so much about it and you're able to deliver top quality. Now, once you're able to do that, once people know that when you are behind anything, it's always good, they will want to go for you. Just imagine that in this world where tailors are always disappointing their clients back to back, where a Christmas cloth is supposed to be ready a week before Christmas, but is not ready until next year, February. It really doesn't matter if you can sew fantastically well. Once they find another person who can sew well and can also deliver on time, people will move to that person. So it's always good for you to be able to combine that excellence in your work with also integrity, with also responsibility. Be responsible, be trustworthy. Let people be able to trust that when you say this work is going to be ready at this time, it is ready at this time. Think ahead and also note that there could be the possibilities of delays here and there, and factor that in when you're telling your clients when something is going to be ready so that you do not disappoint your clients. So it's important that you're trustworthy, it's important that you're faithful, it's important that you work with excellence, and it's also important that you are honest. When your clients ask you a question, it's always important that you give them your honest response. Don't say because you want to sell something, you just lie to your client. For example, your client wants to buy a cloth and they wear it and it's too tight for the client. And the client is saying, I think this is too tight. And then you are saying, no, 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 it's not too tight. Just need to, breathe in a little, soak in your stomach. It's still fine, it still fits you. Meanwhile, it is obvious that this thing is too tight. The client would actually prefer it if you are honest with them and say, well, this is too tight and I don't have any size that is bigger than this. But there's another style that is quite nice and it's going to fit you. Let me show you that. Now, if this person does not buy your clothes, at least the person knows that you are honest. So next time that they want to buy something and you tell them this is good, this is not good, they're able to trust your opinion. They're able to trust you and know that if they are buying something from you, you're giving them the truth. So please, your clients will truly appreciate your honesty. And this goes beyond just business. Even in your interaction with your friends, with your family members, be honest. And that sets you apart from the rest. And that's why they'll keep on coming back to you. Do not cheat your clients. Do not say because you want to make so much profit in just one sale, you now, vamp the price because you see that this client has money. Don't think because you're able to get away with it that the clients will not eventually find out. So you saw that this particular client is very rich and so you increased your price a lot. Now this client fell for it and went home. But this client's friends and family members tell this person that, excuse me, this thing that you bought is really expensive. That's not what the price goes for. Now, this client feels really offended. Now, perhaps this client really liked what she bought from you because they were really quite good and was even planning on coming back to buy more. But soon discovers that you defrauded her. She will never come back. In fact, she will tell her friends never to go to your shop. And that's how you lose not just that customer, but even her friends and family members that she will have brought to your place to buy more things. So you think that you have succeeded, but you have actually robbed yourself of a lot more. And the next point is working on your character. Be polite, be humble, be patient, be slow to anger. Relax. Nobody is fighting you. Learn to handle things a lot peacefully. Don't always try to argue with your clients and try to prove a point and you're just always, showing yourself. Learn to be the bigger person. Win people over with love. Be gentle. Have self-control. Don't just always explode because the person annoyed you. Yes, the person annoyed you doesn't mean you have to respond. Don't let anyone have that power to dictate your actions, to dictate how you react to things. Always control your actions, relax, and do things rightly. Now, the next point is to work on your family. Success is not only about money, it's also about being successful in other areas of your life. Your family is really important. Make time out for your family members, and this goes especially for men. You see that you're going out to make a lot of money. Yes, you are really working hard and you're a good man for providing for your family, but you're not spending time with your children. You have no relationship with your children. They don't know you, you don't know them. You think you do, but you don't. They cannot come to meet you to tell you deep things. They always go to their mother and you say, well, the mother is one that will handle that. No, there's a reason why they have two parents, the mother and the father. You have your role to play in their lives. Your role in their life is not just to provide them with money, to provide them with nice things. Your role in their life is also to impact, your values, your ethics, your principles into them, to show them how you do things. Let them see the way you walk. Let them see the way you do things. Let them see your character. Let them learn these things from you. Don't just avoid them. Don't be focused on work to the point where you don't even know your children. And then when these children are spoiled, you say it's the mother. There are some things that the mother cannot teach her daughter. There's some things that the mother cannot teach her sons. There are things that the man is able to teach his daughter and his sons as well, that will have that masculine touch to it. That's why you have a woman and a man in a home. So yes, it feels like I'm talking to just men now, but it's not just to men. It's also to women. There are women that do this as well. Make sure that you have time for your children. Don't just focus on your career and abandon those kids. You're always traveling here. You're always going there. You're not available for your children. I was watching a video of a girl that was, at a school recital. When she saw her parents in the audience, she broke down. She was crying. She was so excited. Before she saw her parents, she was looking around. She just wanted to see them. And the moment she saw them, she was so emotional. She was crying. She was weeping. She was just smiling. She was happy. Like you could see the joy in that little girl's face. When you are not there for all those recitals, you think it doesn't count, especially in this part of the world. We think that it doesn't really matter. JB, I provide for this child. JB, I do birthday for the child. The child will be fine. No, the child needs a lot more than those periodic celebrations. The child needs someone that they can come to share what is going on in their lives. People will annoy them in school. Their classmates might bully them. They might have people that are just, pissing them out. They might not know how to handle issues. They should be able to run to you to tell you the things that are a big deal to them. That might not even be a big deal to you, but to them it's a big deal. They should be able to talk to you about it. And in talking to you about it, you're able to show them how to handle issues. So when they begin to grow, they know how better to respond to things. So they need you in their day-to-day life. They need to be able to tell you what is going on in their lives. I get really appalled when I hear that things have been going on in the life of a child for a long while and the parents never got to know because the children never told them. Why is it that your child could not tell you when these things were going on? They should be able to tell you anything. You should be able to build that trust and that friendship and that bond with your child, that your child is able to open up to you about anything. And that comes with intimacy with your child, being able to talk in depth with your child. When you're not available to have that intimate relationship with your child, for your child to trust you really in total and be able to tell you anything, then your child runs from telling you things. So don't be too hard on your children that they fear you so much that they cannot tell you things. Build a good relationship with your children. When these children grow up, it is the fond memories that you created with them that they will remember and they'll be so fond of. They will not care about the food that you made them. They will not care about how you made the house tidy. They will not care about how you paid their school fees and how you provided them with toys. They would care about the fond moments that you shared with them, how you guys will go out and enjoy time together, how you guys will spend time in the house and watch movies together and play games together and do fun things together. Those are the memories that they will be fond of, that they will share and they will remember so favorably. So spend time in those things that actually matter. Spend time with your children. That is success. Success in the family doesn't just stop at, caring for your children. You as a couple should create time for each other. Spend time together. Don't kill the love that brought you two together. You see a lot of couples that are living together as just flatmates. They only talk about things that they need to be responsible for. The woman only talks about the list of things that the man needs to provide for, and the man only talks about the things that he needs the woman to do. They do not actually gist, they do not actually talk about things, they do not actually spend quality time together, they do not have fun together. That's why the man goes out to hang out with his friends because that's only where he can really enjoy himself. And the girl also goes out with her friends to enjoy time together, but they cannot enjoy time together by themselves. It's impossible. They only have fun when they are with their friends. It is really appalling. This happens not just to even older couples, but also to young couples nowadays. Build that relationship, enjoy that time together. Marriage is also for companionship with your spouse, with the two of you together. And you see that having success in your family, it really does matter. It really changes things. It really brings a lot more joy than you can ever get with just money. Yes, money is important, but having a good home, having a fun home, having a loving home, having a place that you really enjoy being in is also a great success that is not a small deal. It's a big deal. The next point is working on your friendships and relationships. Having a close circle of people that you can actually trust with important things about your life, that can give you good advice, that can give you honest feedback, that are always your cheerleaders. This is really good success. Many people don't have this, but they desire it. And for you to have this, it starts with you also being that kind of person for the people in your life. Be that kind of friend that people can tell about their intimate secret things and they know that they can trust you to keep it secret without you having to share it and gossip about it to other people. Be that person that when you see opportunities, you share them with your friends. You are looking out for the good and the success of your friends, not just for yourself. You want all of you to succeed in life. For example, I've had this happen so many times where a particular friend, is doing this Canada permanent residency process. And all the while that she's doing this, she doesn't even tell her friends anything about this until when she relocates to another country. Then she tells them, "Oh, I've moved to Canada." And your friends are shocked and like, when did you start this whole process? This process takes years. And throughout the process, you never told your friends about it. Do you think that telling them about it will stop you from going there? Will telling them about it and then also going in that path of success hinder your own success? People have this mindset that they just want to hoard information for themselves. They don't look out for the success of their friends. There's enough room in the air for all the birds to fly. Look out for the success of your friends. Be that friend that you want them to be for you. And when you are like that, they would also reciprocate. Don't bother about those who don't reciprocate. Just continue to be who you are. And you see that you start attracting people like yourself to yourself. So it's just what it is. Focus on being the best version of yourself and you will attract people like you to your life. Be a good friend, be a good neighbor, be a good colleague, be a good person to even strangers. I look at how people treat strangers. I look at how people treat people that they do not expect to be able to reciprocate their nice actions back to them. I look at how they treat waiters. I look at how they treat the doorman. I look at how they treat the security. I look at how they treat the cleaner. And I look at how they do all these things. And it tells a lot about their character. You see, somebody that is really good to you, but is very nasty to other people, it's only a matter of time. Once they get familiar with you, they'll also, do that same bad attitude towards you. So don't start feeling all high and mighty because they are treating you well and they're treating others badly. No, it tells a lot about their character. Now, the last point is for you to have spiritual success. Because you see, you can do everything that I just talked about now and still not have success because all it takes is just one person who is spiritually aware but in a negative way to attack you and you lose everything. Yes, this is really true because there is really a spiritual world. This life is spiritual. Yes, it is. Because you could work so hard in your office and a lady who is into witchcraft will just come in and take all of the attention and take all of the glory. You'll just be wondering why everybody is just endeared to this one person. It's not that she's even fantastic in her work. It's not that she's even exceptional, but somehow, she just attracts all of the promotions, all of the positive, feedback, all of the goodness, and just leaves you hard and dry. And this also happens when you're also in the positive line spiritually, when you have God's favor and you're really serious about your spirituality. Because there are Christians who just are tossed here and there because they are not spiritually strong as well. They just go to church on a Sunday, read their Bible once in a while. But I'm talking about Christians that are in depth, that are really praying every day. I'm talking about Christians that are actually paying the price in the place of prayer, in the place of intimate relationship with God, in the place of declaring the mind of God and the word of God on every aspect of their lives. When they walk into a place, they just get the favor of God. When you pay the price in the place of the Spirit, you will get the results. If you pay the price in the place of the Spirit positively, in the Christian way, in the godly way, you will get the results. If you also pay the price in the negative way, you will get the results. It's only that there are also negative consequences at the end of it. Yes, and that's why the Bible tells us that we should not envy the success of the wicked because it's only a matter of time for them to fizzle out. It's only a matter of time before they come to their, sad end. So we do not emulate that. But the point is, if you're not spiritually strong in any way or form, whether on the right way or the negative way, you can be pushed here and there. You can work on your marriage so well and somebody would just still come and snatch your spouse from you and you'll be wondering what went wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it because you don't have any spiritual strength. You're wondering why all of a sudden this your loving husband has just changed and he hates you so much and has left the house. You're wondering why things that don't make sense are happening to your children. You just wonder why your house is just turned upside down. The truth is, whether we like it or not, this life is spiritual. And if you want to get into great success, great power, great influence, then you need to be spiritually strong. It's either you go about it in the way of Jesus Christ, the name that is above any other name, the power that is greater than all powers, or you go about it in the way of darkness, in a way that leads to destruction, in a way that you need to pay terrible prices for it. And at the end of the day, it's still not the greatest. So, what is it going to be? If you want to be on the right side, then you simply need to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Simply accept Jesus Christ into your life and emulate and follow his way. And that's it, as simple as that. And then put in all of the work that we've talked about today, and you would achieve great success. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please ensure that you subscribe to this channel and that you click the notification bell to get notified when we release a new video. And don't forget to like this video and share with your friends and family so that we can grow this Yosi kingdom, so that your outstanding self can truly ignite. Love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.